Obviously, there's been a little back and forth with you and Tank. Any thoughts on?
Tank.
There you go.
Weirdo.
So he gonna be here tomorrow, right? He's got his conference.
I don't give a damn where he gonna be at. I won't be there.
Yeah.
So what else he gonna say?
Man, she ugly.
And you're short.
If I'm not the face of boxing, who is? I got more accomplishments than everybody, that's for sure.
Claressa Shields and Gervonta Davis are in a heated argument, and things are getting personal. Shields called Tank a weirdo and made it clear she wants nothing to do with him, saying that no matter where he goes, she won't be there. Their feud began after Tank made comments about her looks, which really upset Shields. She feels Tank disrespected her not just as a boxer, but as a person, and she won't tolerate it. Fans of both fighters are picking sides, making the drama even bigger. Shields, never one to back down, made it clear that she'll speak her mind and is ready to fight back if Tank continues to talk. The tension is high, and it doesn't look like this feud will calm down anytime soon.
Obviously, there's been a little back and forth with you and Tank. Any thoughts on?
Tank.
There you go.
Weirdo.
So he gonna be here tomorrow, right? He's got his conference.
I don't give a damn where he gonna be at. I won't be there.
There you go. There you go.
That's what I got to say to him. And I hope Frank Martin tear his ass everywhere but loose.
No, Diddy. Thank you.
Claressa Shields responds strongly to Tank Davis' insults, calling out his behavior and questioning his priorities. She begins by addressing his comment about her being unattractive, saying she's glad she's not his type, especially since he tends to beat up women he finds attractive. Claressa points out that Tank spends more time tweeting and talking about other fighters like Ryan Garcia instead of focusing on his own career. She sarcastically asks why he's so interested in Devin Haney's business and accuses him of obsessing over Ryan's return, even though Ryan hasn't been tested yet. Claressa makes it clear that she doesn't care about Tank's opinion on her looks because she's happily engaged and doesn't need his validation. She accuses him of being disrespectful to the women he's involved with, suggesting he can't keep a woman due to his toxic behavior. Claressa warns Tank that she's not afraid of him and that he won't bully her. She reminds him that his achievements don't match hers, from the amateurs to the pros, and credits Floyd Mayweather for guiding Tank throughout his career. Finally, she tells Tank that she supported him in the past, but she won't stand for his disrespect anymore.
Nigga, I want to tell you something. I am so happy that you think I look like a French bulldog and you consider me ugly. Because you beat up bitches who you consider cute. I'm glad I'm ugly to you. That's one. That's one. And then two, go win some belts. Go win some belts. You steady up out here tweeting. Is you that f***ing lonely? Go and find you some friends. Oh, and I want to ask you a question. I thought women was supposed to... Why is you on Ryan so hard? Oh, Ryan test just came back that he wasn't dirty. He ain't even tested the B sample yet. Why you so worried about Devin Haney business? What is wrong with you, boy? Ain't you supposed to be focusing on you a fight? What are you doing? And then I'm finna clean you up again. You think that somebody cares about being liked by you? You think somebody cares about you? Oh, if I think she cute, if I think she pretty. You was never my type. I ain't never looked at you like, oh, Gervonta look good. You midget. You don't gone somewhere?
Claressa Shields didn't just respond to Tank Davis' comments. She took it a step further by addressing the possibility of fighting him. She acknowledged that Tank competes at 135 pounds but pointed out that, in her view, he is very small. While she made it clear that she respects him as a fighter, she also emphasized that she sees herself as unbeatable in the ring. Shields, a two-time Olympic gold medalist and undisputed champion in multiple weight classes, has always been confident in her skills. She believes that no fighter, male or female, could truly challenge her in a boxing match. Her remarks about Tank's size sparked reactions from fans, with some questioning whether she seriously meant she could compete with him. Despite the debate, Shields stood firm, making it clear that her confidence comes from years of dominating her opponents. While the idea of a fight between them seems unlikely, her words sent a strong message. She fears no one in the ring, her belief in her abilities is unwavering, and she refuses to let anyone, even Tank Davis, diminish her greatness in the sport.
You think you'll beat Gervonta Davis?
Gervonta Davis is at 135. If he was to ever box, I'll put my skills to the test for sure. But he a lot shorter than me. He's shorter than you. He's very small. Right now I weigh 183. I don't know, but I think Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, and I got a lot of respect for him. But I don't think nobody can beat me inside the ring.
Yeah.
Nobody.
Claressa Shields didn't hold back after Tank Davis made comments about her looks. Frustrated by the disrespect, Shields fired back, saying she doesn't care about those siding with Tank, calling them just jealous of her success. She made it clear that no matter what people think, whether Tank was right or wrong, she remains unfazed. Known for her dominance in boxing, Shields reminded everyone that she has accomplished more than most and refuses to let negativity affect her. She stood her ground, making it clear that she won't tolerate disrespect from anyone, not even Tank Davis. Claressa didn't just brush off Tank's comments. She came back swinging. She called out those who sided with Tank, saying they're just haters jealous of her achievements. Shields made it clear she doesn't care what anyone thinks about Tank's remarks because she's too focused on her own success. She reminded everyone that she's a multi-time world champion and Olympic gold medalist, accomplishments Tank can't take away from her. Shields also hinted that if Tank had nothing else to say, attacking her looks was a weak move. She stood firm, refusing to let anyone disrespect her legacy.
So people are saying, was he right or was he wrong? He was wrong as hell. And only people that's saying that he was right is the people who don't like me. You know what I'm saying? And people who haven't been liking me, y'all been on this hate train because, she's with Pep. Oh, she's a boxer. Oh, she's confident. Oh, she's strong. Oh, she thinks she's pretty, but to us, she's not pretty. Like, why do y'all be so... y'all be trying to find reasons to like me and not like me and don't even know. I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn about y'all. People saying that they don't like me, girl, and I don't like you either.
Claressa Shields recently shared her thoughts on Tank Davis, expressing concern about his mental state and how it might be affecting his performance both inside and outside of the ring. According to Shields, Tank wants to be a better person, especially for his daughters, but she believes he's struggling with some internal issues that need to be addressed. Shields mentioned that she has noticed signs of sadness and depression in Tank, even before his most recent fight. She feels that seeking therapy could be very beneficial for him, both as a person and as a fighter. In her opinion, if Tank takes the time to focus on his mental health, he could become an even better boxer and reach new heights in his career.
Like, Gervonta is a hell of a fighter, but he needs to get his mental together. When I hear some of his interviews and I see some of the stuff that he's saying, I can just tell that he's not in love with the sport no more. I can tell that he didn't get his just due. I mean, it was crazy to hear that he said he got evicted out of a house or something like that. And I was just like, what in the world? And like that type of stuff, when you've been fighting and knocking people out and fighting main events. I mean, he fought four main events here at T-Mobile against some of the best fighters. And it's just like, to see that he got evicted from his home and all this other stuff. Now he got kids and, he's not signed with TMT.
Mayweather.
Promotions,
No, he's on his own,
anymore. It's like when I hear him talk, he's like he want to be a nicer guy for his daughters, and he don't want to be
therapy.
I think he would be better, and even a better fighter if he went and did therapy like ASAP. Because I can just tell like he's a little sad, he's a little depressed, even before this fight. So I think it'd be a better fight. I think that Lamont has the mental edge. I think anybody right now would have the mental edge over Tank, because to me he just needs to take some serious time to deal with whatever he's having to deal with. Nobody knows what it is, but I mean, me being a fighter, I have done plenty of camps where I was depressed and where I was going through anxiety. So it's not an easy thing to get over, especially when you don't have the support from certain people that you used to have. You're not motivated and stuff like that. So it can be very, very tough.
Claressa Shields also pointed out that right now, Tank Davis might be at a mental disadvantage against his opponents. She specifically mentioned Lamont, suggesting that Lamont has a psychological edge over Tank. Shields emphasized that mental health is just as important as physical preparation in boxing, and without proper support, it can be difficult for a fighter to perform at their best. Drawing from her own experience, Shields shared that she has gone through training camps while battling depression and anxiety. She acknowledged how challenging it is to push through those emotions, especially when a fighter no longer has the same support system they once relied on. Her comments underline the importance of mental well-being in professional sports and serve as a reminder that even elite athletes face personal struggles that go beyond the ring. In addition, Claressa reminded Tank that she has more gold medals than him, and when Tank couldn't think of anything else to say about her, he resorted to calling her ugly. Claressa doesn't let that bother her, though. Instead, she calmly points out that Tank is short, knowing it's something he can't change. As she talks about the situation, her anger starts to show. She recalls how Tank had the audacity to claim she couldn't box, which deeply frustrated her. Claressa makes it clear that she had always kept Tank's secrets, stood by him, and supported him when no one else did. Yet, Tank didn't return that loyalty. Instead of showing respect, he chose to spread negativity and lie behind her back. She feels betrayed by Tank's actions, especially considering everything she had done for him. She's disappointed by his lack of respect, and it's clear that his hurtful comments and behavior have had a lasting impact on her. However, Claressa speaks with conviction, knowing she deserves more than the disrespect Tank has shown her. Despite everything, she's determined to rise above it and prove herself.
Like, the nigga can't say I can't box. I got more belts than him. I got more Olympic gold medals than him. He can't say that I can't box.
Yeah.
So what else he gonna say? Man, she ugly. And you're short. So it'd be like, when he went that route, and I've been like an advocate for him, like when he got into the trouble, I didn't share nothing. The dude had been in domestic violence trouble, car accidents, all type of stuff. I ain't said nothing. I was there when he beat a girl up at the basketball game. I was there. I seen it with my own 2 eyes. So this ain't no hearsay. I seen it. Never spoke on it till he came fucking with me. You know, so it'd be like when he went low, I went low.
Claressa Shields shares her thoughts on Tank Davis and Lamont, giving a clear stance on the situation. She mentions that she has more gold medals than Tank, quickly pointing out how Tank resorts to childish insults when he runs out of things to say. Claressa recalls how Tank, unable to counter her achievements, simply called her ugly. She calmly responds by noting that Tank is short, something he can't change, and adds that his insults don't really bother her. She explains that Tank's words are weak and don't affect her because she knows her worth. As she talks about Tank questioning her ability to box, her anger starts to build. Claressa stresses how hard she's worked for everything she's achieved and how she doesn't take such comments lightly. She reflects on how, in the past, she kept Tank's secrets, always protecting and supporting him when others weren't there. But Tank, instead of being loyal, chose to talk badly about her. She feels deeply betrayed by his actions, especially because she's always had his back. Claressa's frustration shows as she describes how Tank's disrespect has hurt her, particularly after all the trust she placed in him. When asked about the upcoming fight between Lamont and Tank, Claressa gives a strong opinion. She praises Lamont, calling him a great fighter, and expresses disbelief that so many people are overlooking him. While acknowledging Tank's talent, she insists that Lamont deserves more recognition for his skill and hard work. Claressa's remarks reflect her belief in fairness and respect for fighters who deserve more attention in the sport.
Tank and Lamont Roach, is that the right opponent for Tank?
I don't know why everybody is kind of sleeping on Lamont, but he has a decorated amateur career too. He's a very sturdy kid. He's very skilled. Tank is Tank, you know. And when I say Tank is Tank, I mean like he's a bad man. He can fight. He's tough. I know we had our dispute back and forth, whatever. But at the end of the day, we talk about just boxing.
So
he's a good fighter, and I look forward to watching that fight.
Is this a pay-per-view fight though? Would you buy it?
I bought any fight that Tank has had pay-per-view. And I think that Lamont Roach is worth watching. I think that this fight is going to be very technical, very skillful. As always, we're going to see the power of Tank on display.
And Lamont Roach, do you have a relationship with him?
I know him from the amateurs too. He cool. He can fight. He wished me luck on my fight. Hey, let the best man win there.
If he's to be successful, how would he do that?
To be Tank?
Yeah.
Now you want me to give somebody the game plan on how to be Tank?
You'll be a great trainer because you have the skill.
Don't like me, so I ain't gonna give nobody the recipe to beat him. So you can thank me later, my nigga.
Claressa Shields confidently expresses her belief that she could beat Tank Davis if they ever faced off in a fight. She's certain that, as the greatest female boxer of all time, her skills and determination would be enough to overcome him in the ring. Claressa's confidence comes from years of hard work and dedication to boxing, where she has built an impressive career, stacking up gold medals and titles. She believes that her experience, speed, and technique would give her an edge, regardless of Tank's power and reputation. However, analysts quickly weigh in, raising doubts about the feasibility of such a fight. They point out that the difference in physical strength and power between men and women in boxing is significant. No matter how hard Claressa punches, it would be impossible to affect Tank in the same way a punch from a male boxer would. Tank Davis' sheer power as a male fighter is often cited as a crucial factor, with his punches known to have knockout power that can stop even the most experienced opponents. If Claressa were to enter the ring with Tank, analysts argue that while her skill and technique could make the fight competitive, the strength difference would be a major disadvantage. Tank's ability to take hits and deliver powerful blows would likely overwhelm her, especially in the later rounds.
Claressa Shields, you know who that is?
She calls herself the greatest female boxer of all
Greatest
time.
female boxer of all time, even though Layla Ali is, in my opinion.
Yeah.
She was saying if she was to fight Tank Davis, she feels confident that she could beat Tank Davis in the boxing match. What's your thoughts? Look, man.
I know you're probably imagining all the things Tank can do to her.
I recognize her game. She's a great fighter. But why are we trying to fight men? Why? You get brain damage.
You'll get
Right?
brain damage.
In a live interview, Claressa Shields responds to the ongoing tension with Tank Davis, emphasizing that she has no ill will toward anyone and always strives to spread positivity. Despite the past remarks made by Tank, she makes it clear that she holds no grudges. Claressa states that she's moved past any negativity and no longer has beef with anyone. She acknowledges that Tank said something bad about her but explains that she doesn't dwell on it. Instead, she says she responded in kind because sometimes you have to stand up for yourself when pushed. Claressa reflects on how important it is to maintain a positive mindset and not let others bring her down. She notes that her focus is on her career and goals, not on fueling conflicts. Her message is one of growth, maturity, and self-respect, showing that she is beyond petty drama. Claressa believes that as long as she continues to rise above the negativity, her actions will speak louder than any insults. She encourages her fans to do the same, spreading love and leaving behind any unnecessary battles that don't contribute to personal growth. In a live interview, Claressa Shields responds to the ongoing tension with Tank Davis, emphasizing that she has no ill will toward anyone and always strives to spread positivity. Despite the past remarks made by Tank, she makes it clear that she holds no grudges. Claressa states that she's moved past any negativity and no longer has beef with anyone. She acknowledges that Tank said something bad about her but explains that she doesn't dwell on it. Instead, she says she responded in kind because sometimes you have to stand up for yourself when pushed. Claressa reflects on how important it is to maintain a positive mindset and not let others bring her down. She notes that her focus is on her career and goals, not on fueling conflicts. Her message is one of growth, maturity, and self-respect, showing that she is beyond petty drama. Claressa believes that as long as she continues to rise above the negativity, her actions will speak louder than any insults. She encourages her fans to do the same, spreading love and leaving behind any unnecessary battles that don't contribute to personal growth.
He's human, and we're entitled to our own opinion, our own thoughts, our own feelings, and I just, he said something to me, I said what I said back. It is what it is. I ain't got nothing against. Hey, man, I'm all about positivity and prosperity, baby. I ain't got nothing against nobody. Somebody said gay. Gotta hide you. Yeah, y'all know I work out in the morning, so I'm actually free right now. But I was just like...
Claressa Shields firmly believes that a boxer can't truly be considered a champion unless they fight the champions of other divisions. She stresses that to be called an undisputed champion, a fighter must prove themselves by taking on the best across multiple weight classes. Claressa points out that she has done exactly that throughout her career, challenging and defeating top fighters regardless of the division. She's never shied away from tough competition and has always stepped up to face the best, which is why she proudly claims her place as the face of boxing. Her dedication to challenging herself and facing champions from different divisions has solidified her legacy in the sport. Claressa knows that true greatness doesn't just come from holding a title, it comes from consistently proving you can handle the highest level of competition. For her, being a champion isn't just about the belts. It's about showing up and dominating every opponent, no matter who they are or where they come from. Claressa's belief in her own skills and her willingness to fight anyone have earned her respect as one of the greatest boxers of all time. She's not just a champion in her division, but a global icon in the sport of boxing.
If I'm not the face of boxing, who is? I got more accomplishments than everybody, that's for sure. You can't become 3-time division world champion if you don't fight against the champions in the other divisions. I did that. And that's why I am one of the faces of boxing, right? But it's just boxing, period. Just boxing, period. Ain't no women's boxing, it's boxing. And I'm a 3-time undisputed champion.
That's it for today's video. Stay tuned until next time.